Alright, fine. You people win. Roll those titles. Whoa, before this video even begins, I notice most of my viewers aren't even subscribed, so what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell to get notified about my latest videos, and also smash the like button for good measure. Anyway, enjoy the video! Good morning, afternoon, evening, everybody! I am Jamie Jew, and forgive me, first of all, for going slightly detouring in what I usually do in regards to my videos, because, quite frankly, I've been busy, and therefore I've gotten slightly lazy, and I thought I'd do certain things which I thought I could get away with. Yeah, it hasn't got so many views now, has it? So yeah, I'm back, I'm more or less back, I guess, and properly gonna do some reactions to some national finals. Now, I've already covered 2 national finals already in terms of my absolute proper list of top 7, top 12, or whatever it was. And starting off with the reactions, I thought I might as well react to Denmark's lot, even though I've already done a list about them, which you can check out in the annotations over in the top left there. So yeah, without any jargon and other stuff, let's just get on with it, shall we? Here we go. Let's start off with Elijah, or Ija, I think they pronounce it, with I Was Gonna Marry Him. Now, bearing in mind, quick disclaimer, I have heard, of course, all of these songs. It's a nice little, gentle start. It's a nice little gentle start with these girls and their vocal quality and everything, and telling a nice story, obviously, about, I feel like I'm passionate about him and everything. Yeah, it basically tells of a lost love for, especially, I guess, this woman, or women, for that matter. I do like the, the guitar strumming and everything. I'm unsure about the necessary beat in the the second verse, for that matter, or introduced in the second verse. It is nice and catchy, don't get me wrong. It's not too bad whatsoever. And I like the little piano element sort of goes. Oh, no, wait, it will in a minute. Yeah, I like those little piano elements. But I don't know, there's just something a little bit missing in terms of actually making it a big number, if you know what I'm saying. I don't find it as memorable as what some people are making it out to be. For me, I think it's just missing that one little thing. Unsure what to put it on, though. But I like the variety of the lyrics in the bridge. And the addition of the whistling, I guess, is alright. But maybe they ran out of ideas. And here's how long is it? Oh, under 3 minutes, so I guess they got a lot to pack. And then, of course, you got I'm unsure if it necessarily needs a key change, but I guess they wanted to go with it. That bit's catchy. I don't know, I just feel this particular song, if this was in a field of decent songs, that it would get a little bit lost. I don't think it's as good as what people make it out to be. Sorry. I think it's decent, just not that great. Next up is Frederick Leopold with Stuck on You. Actually, I do need to remember this one. Oh yeah, the babidi ba 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 ba. Oh yeah, it's kind of a mixture of Sweden, I think 2018, if I remember rightly, and maybe another particular country and year, I can't remember now. I would imagine it be sort of swagger and sway, and looking at the camera, baby. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, I get why they went sort of with the boom boom kind of thing. Whereby they obviously, convert all the lights and everything and the camera effects. I mean, it's not bad, I suppose. It gets me off guard. But it's stuff we've heard before, though. That's the only caveat about this one. Not many songs in the modern era do sort of that boom, pa, boom, pa, boom, pa kind of thing. But kind of, catches me out. That's what basically the premise of this song is. Yeah, this is better. Keep it with the beat and everything. I prefer this part.
But again, it's a not particular song that you would sort of go, oh yeah, I can remember that instantly. You need something that's going to be eye-catching all throughout it. Now, can they keep this throughout it? I'm unsure about that. And also the structure is virtually the same as many other songs. Verse, chorus, another verse, chorus, and like an extended chorus part, which this is. There's going to be a bridge at some point. A quiet chorus bridge, maybe. I like the piano effects, and it goes down, dude. But do you know what? The silent effect is actually pretty decent. And obviously, everything emphasizes itself, especially in the final chorus, just to try and stick out. But again, it's stuff we've heard before. Right, this is, well, I'll say what I need to say in a minute, but Maya Maya with beautiful that. I like the beat on this one already. I especially like the chorus part, but this, it's not the most memorable intro in the world, but it will pick up on the old chorus because mainly the title. I do want to say the word, but I don't want to get cancelled. Well, cancelled by YouTube anyway. But I like this one. I mean, the beats, you could probably say, oh yeah, you've heard all of that before. But the structure, and indeed the structure is virtually the same for that matter. But the subject matter, the fact that this woman is sort of stuck in this rather toxic relationship by the sounds of things, but she still goes back to it every time, you know what I'm saying? It's just a shame that they've got to change the title of this one, because I think this could be a good entry for Finland. Huh? For Denmark, even. I mean, in terms of basic structure, I don't know why, I just quite like this one. But she goes very high. I almost forgot about the little high part. Da, 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 da. You're beautiful. I don't know. I could just imagine this on the Eurovision stage with the lights and maybe a couple of pyrotechnics. That's what I'm imagining in my head at the moment. Especially with the extra synth that goes on in the background for this particular one, which I quite like. It gets me a little bit going. Yes, I can imagine that being the entry for Denmark. See, I don't know. That particular one just gets me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Right, let's do song 4, Mariah Leberg with Human. Oh yeah, I wasn't so keen on this one. This is a nice little intro, but it's this particular beat where it goes do ga do ga do ta ga do. There is not a lot of emphasis, and it kind of stays the same throughout, if you ask me, as far as my memory of this is concerned. Actually, you know what? I think it's slightly grown on me, maybe. It's not a bad beat, but unfortunately, like, yeah, as I already mentioned, this will carry throughout it. Is there a key change in this one? I can't remember now. Well, I'll remember in a minute. I've just made myself slightly bigger, by the way, because, well, let me know if you think I need to be a bit bigger in the comments below, of course. I mean, it's jolly, I suppose, but I can't. Can you imagine us being on the Eurovision stage? Because that's what my main criteria is when it comes to a lot of these. Can you see this actually being on like the Eurovision stage? For me, no. But then again, you don't know what the Danish public are going to be like, do you? Yeah, especially with the lots of times. No, a lot of variety with the lyrics. And yes, it was a key change. Yeah, it just doesn't really go anywhere for me. It's a shame, really, because I think there could have been some potential with this one, especially with her very impressive vocals. I think she's got very good vocals as Mariah. Time for you to go home, I think. Mickey Skeel with... Okay, that's pronounced as Glansbilede. Hold on a minute. Glansbilede, I think is how you pronounce it. Pardon for any Danish speakers. I like the... Slightly different compared to the rest of... Oh yeah, this feels very like... Yeah, I like this particular bit because it feels very like 90s or early 2000s. It's like proper music going on here. Not like these special synth or like special sound effects in the background, just proper music, proper instruments. I mean, I have no idea what he's saying, but it sounds decent, I guess. You can almost imagine this like maybe driving in the car. Like, I can imagine this being a driving song. Hurtling down the road at, well, legal speeds. But at the very least in an open-top car. I can imagine that. Summer air, blue skies, wind in your face, and nothing but trees overhead you in a countryside. But again, is it something that's going to translate to the Eurovision stage? I'm unsure. Glance below. I'm torn with that one, but I do like it. I quite like that one. Next up, song number 6. Yes, song number 6. Niklas Son with Freedom. Not to be confused with the one from George Michael. Oh, yes, it's the Rocky one. Just the one person? Not like a band or anything? Is it just me, or does he look very similar to, I think it's 2019 Denmark? It's zero in the air. Yeah, I like this one. Freedom is calling my name. Yeah, I don't know where I put this in my list, actually. I hope I put it in the top 3. I must have done, surely. If I didn't, it probably would sneak into my top 3. But I don't know. I just feel with this one, there are some rock songs which, like, will obviously do really well if they're unique enough. But this isn't that unique in terms of a rock number, is it now? I mean, I'm a sucker for them, but this is something you would sort of go, oh, it's alright, isn't it? Especially on, like, you know, if you're scrolling through Spotify or something. I like the look of him, though, the old Vikingness of Denmark. I wonder who's doing the guitar solo in the background. That is interesting, actually. If this is like a sort of proper rock band, why is it just based off of the solo entry? As in, like, Nicholas. A bit weird. Chorus into the bridge, or chorus lines in the bridge. I think it's good that they don't do a key change in this. I don't know. I don't think this would get many points if it made it into the grand final. That's what I'm thinking of. Whereas I think Beautiful BS would get the points. It's just a shame they got to change the title. I liked it though. Like, that would be a good alternative. I like it. I think it would be a good alternative for Denmark. Riley with Breaking My Heart. Don't go now. Don't go Breaking My Heart. Sorry. This is song 7, of course. Oh yeah, this little beat. He's got interesting hair, isn't he not? Ooh yeah, the silence one. Of you, breaking my heart. Alright. Maybe it's slightly grown on me, this particular one. For me, I never personally liked it as much as others, but I can understand why this could potentially do well. Not personally my cup of tea, though. I do like the beat where it goes bop, 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 bop. Keeps it engaging all the time. And then with the chorus, it like goes silent, or at least near silent. It went properly silent for the first chorus. I think the second chorus it picks up a little bit. Here we go. Oh no, it's just constantly silent. I'm not so sure, though. At least it gives emphasis on the singer, which I suppose is a good thing. It will depend on the staging, if you ask me. I don't know. It's just not personally for me. If I was to make the choice, I wouldn't pick this one. I think this would probably be like either just inside the top 3 or just outside it. 3rd or 4th, basically. I think there's a lot of emphasis on the studio sounding of this, rather than actual instruments. But then again, sometimes they do work. I think it does work on this particular number. But for me, I don't know. There's just something a little bit missing that would make it a standout entry. It will depend on the staging. It feels very similar to that of Czech Republic 2019, for that matter. No, 2018? 2019? I've forgotten. The one with Lake Malawi in it. I Filamon Soren Toppegardlund with Lige Her. Kind of reminds me of old 60s numbers where they sort of do that. But then again, you hear that in a couple of modern numbers these days, so nothing that new. Liga hair, my apologies. I mean, this is definitely a nice little, like, solo instrumental ballad. As in, like, one instrument, which is just by the sounds of things, a guitar. At least I think it's just the one instrument. I can imagine sort of like relaxing to this on, like, say, late in the evening or something. Like when you're sort of relaxing. Just before going to bed or something. I can't see this being the entry, though. Personally. Da, 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 da. I like that little ending there, where it's sort of like even more relaxing. I like that. Slightly grown on me. Right, that about does it for this particular video. I have made my certain reactions to them all, but I think, quite frankly, my top 7, or my top 8 in this case, is not going to change whatsoever. As a little reminder, it's in the annotations on the top left there. But never mind what I think of these songs. Please, of course, do let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you see which particular one is your favourite? Which one was going to flop? And which one will more specifically go on to represent Denmark in this year's Eurovision Song Contest? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Otherwise, you also know the drill by now. Subscribe for more of my Eurovision juicy goodness. Smash the like button for good measure on this video. And of course, ring the bell to get notified about my latest videos. Catch you again in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.